cabaret, oh cabaret, oh cabaret. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your cabaret. A couple more administrative announcements. As with all productions, sometimes things happen that you just can't avoid. Now, I know there's some obvious glares and omissions in the program. Three specifically: our juggler, our magician, and our comedian. Well, our juggler, it seems he had an unfortunate accident at the bowling alley last Tuesday. And our magician, while rehearsing his disappearing act, disappeared. And our comedian, well, he just lost his sense of humor. But in spite of all this, we've got a great show for you this evening. We present a cavalcade of musical variety of acts which I'm sure you're going to enjoy. And between acts, from time to time, our band will play a musical interlude. And remember that this show is starring, as Andy Hardy would say, the guys and gals from our neighborhood. So let's get on with it. Now, our first performer is a gentleman who has been tinkling the ivory since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. And that's not his only talent. He composes music, and he's composed two of the songs that he's going to play for you this evening. Jasmine and Woe. Woe is me. Jasmine and Woe. He's a very talented man in many respects, as you are about to see. Please welcome Mr. Bob Page. Mr. Bob Page, our unicycling pianist. To give us his version of some of the songs that he plays for those Canadian folks.
Thank you very much, Hank. Well, it sure is a pleasure to be here tonight. And what a lovely group of people. You guys are just, you just look so good, you know? Just wonderful, yeah, right on. How many folks out there are grandparents? Let me see your hands. Holy man, just about everybody. Maybe I should ask how many aren't. Just about everybody's a grandparent there. Well, you know how grandchildren are. I've got 3 grandchildren. And one of them, my little guy, he's the oldest, but a little while ago I went to church with him. And we were sitting in church. And he kind of pokes me halfway through the service. And he said, "Hey, Grandpa, can you lend me $5? And I said, "What do you want $5 for?" And he says, "Because I want to give it to the preacher." And I said, "Oh, well, that's nice. I guess I can lend you $5 for that." So I gave him the $5, and the collection plate went past, and he didn't put the money in. I said, "Hey, how come you didn't put the money in?" He says, "Because I want to take it up and give it to the preacher." And I said, "Okay, you can do that. After the service, we'll go and see the preacher. You can give it to him." So the service was over. We're walking out of the church, and the preacher's saying goodbye to everybody, and he walks up there with his $5 bill in his hand, and he says, "This is for you, preacher." And the preacher takes it, and pats him on the head, and he says, "You're a good little man. You brought that up to me." He said, "What prompted you to do that?" And he looked at him, and he said, "My grandpa told me you were the poorest preacher we ever had." So you got to be careful around those little fellas. I'm going to do a song here for you. This one takes you back to the year of 1942. It's called the Pennsylvania Polka. Strike up the music, the band has begun. The Pennsylvania Polka. Pick out your partner and join in the fun. The Pennsylvania Polka. It started in Scranton, it's now #1. It's bound to entertain ya. Everybody has a mania. to do the polka from Pennsylvania. Yahoo! While they're dancing, everybody's cares are quickly gone. Sweet romancing, this goes on and on until the dawn. They're so carefree, gay with laughter, happy as can be. They stop to have a beer, then the crowd begins to cheer. They kiss and then they start to dance again. Yoo-hoo! Strike up the music, the band has begun. The Pennsylvania polka. Pick out your partner and join in the fun. The Pennsylvania polka. It started with his friends. Bound to entertain you. Everybody has a mania. The polka from Pennsylvania. Yeah, everybody has a mania. The polka from Pennsylvania. Yoo-hoo! Thank you. Thank you. Can I do 3 songs, Hank? I love this audience. These guys are wonderful. Here's a song. Actually, this song reminds me of a fellow by the name of Roy Rogers. Anybody ever heard of Roy? You mean we're not the only ones up in Canada that got Roy Rogers? Well, I'll tell you. This story, here's a story about Roy. He bought himself a brand new pair of cowboy boots one day, and he jumped on his horse Trigger. And he went riding off into the country for a pleasant afternoon ride. And this old mountain lion happened to be sitting up in a tree, and it leaped out of the tree and knocked him off his horse. Well, it commenced to chewing on old Roy, and Roy was managing to just kind of keep that mountain lion off by kicking him with his brand new boots. And while he was getting his gun out, that mountain lion chewed his brand new cowboy boots all to pieces. Yeah, I thought that was pretty sad. Well, he managed to get the gun out, and he shot that old mountain lion, and he threw him across the back of Trigger and jumped on the horse, and he's coming back into town. That cat laying across the back of the horse, and his brand new cowboy boots, his new shoes were all chewed up. And out on the middle of the street was a fellow by the name of Glenn Miller. And Glenn Miller seen him coming. And this is what he said to him. Pardon me, Roy, is that the cat that chewed your new shoe? Right. Boy, you give me I can afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo. I got my fare and just a trifle to spare. Take it, brother. In the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing into the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling. Woo-hoo, Chattanooga, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station, satin and lace. I used to call Funny Face. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never run. So Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Wayne and Kathy, thank you very much. Now, if you remember the movie and the stage show, Guys and Dolls, yeah. Well, Nathan Detroit, and I remember him being played by Frank Sinatra, had this girlfriend, Adelaide. And you know, he was always trying to put off marriage to Adelaide, and he always had a reason for it. And so from the show, Sonny Crown presents her version of Adelaide's Love Interest. Please welcome Sonny Crown.
The average unmarried female, totally insecure, due to some broad frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococci lurk. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. See note. Note, chronic organic symptoms, toxic or hypertense, affecting the eye, the ears, the nose, and the throat. In other words, just from worrying whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself, and the name ain't his, a person can develop a grip. And furthermore, just from stalling that wedding trip, a person can develop the grip. When they get on the train at Niagara Falls, she hears church bells chime. The compartment is air-conditioned, and the mood sublime. Then he gets off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop the grip, the post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus. It's really a pip. From the lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold.
In 1955, the movie Love is a Many-Splendored Thing, set in Hong Kong, won 3 Academy Awards. A Eurasian doctor falls in love with a married U.S. war correspondent. And now the enchanting Lang Biel presents a stirring version of the title song from that movie. for a change-up, and what's better than a blast from the past, featuring our quartet, Margaret Jackson, Joanna McNeil, Alice Flowers, and Howard Duncan on guitar, and preceded by Andy Boucher's presentation of a poem he wrote entitled Outward Bound.
Ride the night of the outward bound, through the night on the words of a song, of mist on a pond in a morning calm, and a parting kiss at the dawn. The click of the track will take me back and fill my heart with those years. As time falls away, I'll remember the day my love departed in tears. Distant cares like Scottish airs rise from the smoky peat, and the Blue Ridge fades in even shade while the Irish pray in their sleep. The curtain drawn, now the words come along to that song that will spring from my heart, and the outward bound makes a mournful sound of living and loving apart.
If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Not a shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Lord, I can't go back home this away. This away, this away, this away, this away. Lord, I can't go back home this away. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Thank you. Everybody knows the words to this, so I think you ought to join in if you can catch up. Okay? Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road, all my memories gather around her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road, take me home. Country road, take me home. Country road. I'm gonna do a couple of songs, track here anyway. House of the Rising Sun is gonna be the first one, and then we'll break into Bobby McGee, me and Bobby McGee. But I'd like a little help too from y'all that know the words. Don't know the words, I don't have to make them up as we go along. I'm probably going to. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. In the tune of many a poor lad, and that guy is another one. Mama, tell your children not to do things I've done, but spend your life in sin and misery in a house of the rising sun. Well, mother, she was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. Daddy, well, he was a gambling man. He gambled down in New Orleans. Well, the only thing that a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's ever satisfied is when he's on a drum. So, Mama, yeah, tell your children not to do and misery in a house of the rising sun. You're very kind. All right, little fun here. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, headed for the plains. Feeling nearly as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it ran. Took us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my little red bandana. Was blowing bad while Bobby sang the blues. The blues went you Bobby slapping, pounding, Bobby clapping hands and finally sang up every song that driving. Feeling it was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away. Searching for a home I hope she'd find. I treat all my morrows for a single yesterday. Old Bobby's body close to mine. Well, freedom's just another word for nothing but to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling that was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. I know you know the words to the last part of this. La 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 la, me and my Bobby McGee. La 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 la, me and my Bobby McGee. Hey,
Howard Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. In a display of their miming skills, Lil and Leo Contreras give us a version of The Dirty Old Man.
Hi, sweetie. How about a kiss? How about a kiss, there? Oh, you're huge. You're. Oh! There's only things that bad about. I only want a kiss. See, you're not playing right. Oh, give me a kiss here, sweetie. Oh. See, what? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, that's great now. Wow. Oh, you don't play fair. How about a date next Tuesday? Next Tuesday at 3:30. No? How about next Thursday? Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to get out. I'm going to come back when you're not so busy.
What you see is a model of the world's most technically advanced helicopter, the Navy's SH-60B Seahawk. On board, it employs a light airborne multi-purpose weapon system and is an anti-submarine and mine search multi-mission combat strike aircraft. We thank our hobbyists, Tom Patterson and Denny Heckman, for bringing us this demonstration. Now, these are very light, just a very few ounces, so these are all indoor model helicopters. You won't see them flying around the parade ground. As we all know, New York City is unique in many ways. And Doug and Megan Wells are here to tell us all about it with New York, New York, and money.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I'm going to make a start of it in old New York.
These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York, if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere it's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York, I want to wake up where the city never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I am going to make a go of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere it's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a #1, king of the hill, top of the heap, a #1. These little town blues are melting away. I'm going to make a start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, New Yes, New York, what a beautiful place. I had the pleasure of growing up just across the river from New York in Jersey City. And I watched them build the World Trade Center. I can see the Empire State Building. I can see the Statue of Liberty. Any of you seen that? Yeah. So if you've seen it, you've been in New York. And if you've been in New York, you know New York is really a wonderful place. You can have a lot of fun, see a lot of things, do a lot of things. And of course, as we do in New York, we like to pay honor and respect to those who have represented us and honor us. So let's have a hand for those people that gave their lives and lost their lives in the World Trade Center. And once again, with some brave people running to a burning building, and they did it and they tried their best. But as you know too, in New York, you can go to New York with your checkbook, your credit card, cash, and New York is an instant remedy for all those three things. You'll take them with you, and you will leave with your wonderful memories. Because as you know, New York is not a cheap place. I mean, you know, things cost quite a bit of money there. And when you're in New York, you have to spend that money. There's nothing else you can do with it. And let me ask you a question. Anybody celebrating anything out here this evening? An anniversary, birthday, a job? No one's selling anybody anything. That's all right. What was it?
Oh, honey.
I'm sorry?
Honey.
A birthday?
Honey.
Huh? Who's that?
You.
Who, you?
You.
Yes. Who?
Honey.
Yes?
I need some money.
What? Money?
Ching, ching, oh, papa, ching, ching. Ching, ching, oh, papa,
Ching, 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 a papa, ching, 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 a papa, ching, ching. Honey, all you think about is money. Oh, baby, you know you're driving me crazy. All night and day, that's all you say.
I need some money.
Oh, you need $1. If I say no, you start to holler. You mistreat me, but every time you greet me, all night and day, that's all you say. You need some money. What?
I gotta buy the groceries, pay the paper boy and milkman too.
Real. But you don't seem to realize I spend most of my money on you. Well, I said it.
Baby.
Oh, no.
What you say ain't true, baby.
It's gotta be. Oh, but still, you don't know how you make me feel. All night and day, you always say,
Give me some money.
honey, why?
I gotta buy the groceries, pay the paper boy and the man too.
That's 20.
You don't.
Thank you. I spend most of my money on you.
Well now, baby.
Sure.
What you say ain't true, baby.
Oh, but still, you don't know how you make me feel. All night and day, that's all you say.
Give me some money.
All night and day, that's all you say.
Give me some money.
What? All night and day, that's all you say.
I got your money.
Money.
Now, drifting back to simpler times when settlers cherished the beauty of our land and built their dreams, Reva Horde and Andy Boucher present their ever-loving Shenandoah, accompanied by Alice Flowers.
I
All right, at this time, we're going to take an intermission, about 15 minutes. Those of you that don't need to do anything, the band will play a couple numbers, so feel free to dance. We'll see you in a bit.